Hello, hi, good morning, you guys. Hi, I am Tara. Good morning, good morning. I hope everyone's morning is blessed and you're off to a prosperous and grand, amazing start today. As always, may your day be blessed, prosperous. We'll do a small pull this morning before going to the J-O-B. Oh, let's see what we have from the Oracle this morning. I want to start with something soft. Something soft. Something sweet. What we got? What do I need to see? What do I need to see? That you're the courageous peony. You're starting out this morning very courageous. We're going to sit her here. Isn't she cute? Target. On the little dollar owl at Target. I'm going to sit you here, little kitty. With the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Kind of like a little kitty cat. They're very courageous. They're very out there. Cats. They're bold. They're testy. I like dogs too, but I like cats. I see weight flipped over in reverse. Star bathing. Light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation time. Sounds about right. It is the new year coming in. And some people are about to really be just that. And I don't mean party-wise, but they're about to be activated. Transmission time. It's time for some to transform, to open themselves up, to start anew. Activated Earth. Power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. It's time for some people to start anew, but also watch where you're going. One thing I understand about having spiritual gifts. Some people say that, yeah, you can lose your gifts or, oh, your gifts are going to be taken. Nobody can take your gifts away. They didn't give them to you. How are they going to take them? They can do nasty things, let's just say, to hinder you, but they can't take away what wasn't given by them. You can't take that. It's yours. It belongs to you. Now, they can get out here and do some nasty things to try to stop it, to taunt you, to hinder your gift, try to. But you can't stop anything or take anything away that you didn't hand down or give. That's divinely given as your gift, individually to you. Just as others have theirs, you wouldn't want their gifts to be taken. You wouldn't want anyone's gifts to be taken unless they're out here doing nasty shit. Yeah, you want their gifts taken down through the mud. Because you're out here doing things that shouldn't be done to anyone. You don't even deserve to have a gift. Let's be honest. Because you're not using them properly. Divine people don't use their gifts to their advantage. Let's just say that. Why would you? Seer. Divine people don't use their gifts to an advantage to hurt or hinder others. Courageous peony, you are the seer. And you know this. Because you know what your gifts are for. So anyone that does have some of the same gifts or near you all, doesn't mean that they're divine. And anyone that does things like that, they're definitely not divine, because you don't want to see anyone ahead of you. You want to hinder someone or wish upon their gifts to be taken away because you feel some type of way about that person and their gifts. 9 times out of 10, someone is not trying to challenge you with their gifts. They just have some of the same things and they use them in a totally different way. So why hinder someone for that? You're an illuminated being. You're illuminated. That's why you're star bathing. You're illuminated and you're a seer. And you see exactly what's going on. You see exactly what's going on as you're speaking. It's being done. This is what's being done. That's why it's being said. Divine beings will never even let out their mouth to wish someone to lose or have a gift taken away. That's not your call. You're definitely not divine wishing things like that. They don't do that. I keep saying that. They don't. You may be something else, but you're not a divine being. Because divine beings understand each person has their own superpower. They understand that mine shouldn't be infiltrated with yours or vice versa. But you can bring them together to make one aspect work. That's what they do. They bring together superpowers. Well, just like you see on the Marvels, you have dark beings, you have light beings. They don't mix. Just like they say birds of a feather flock together, the same type of birds will. All birds don't mix. Fear in reverse falls under activated earth. Power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. You're not afraid of it. Fear is definitely in reverse. You don't need to trust these power places, ley lines, and trust where you're led. Yeah, watch. You have eyes for that. But God, your spirit, your heavenly Father, what you believe in, what you carry faith in, whatever that may be, mine's may be different. You don't have to worry about where you're led. Fear is in reverse. You're trusting that. You're trusting where you're led. You trust that. Your faith is strong. You don't need to worry about that. You're covered on that. Your steps will be led. Your steps will be guided. And you're gonna be the full child, and you're gonna keep stepping out, and you're gonna keep stepping up because you have no fear. Even when people think you may have had fear, you had no fear. Top of the reading. Courageous, peony, you have no fear. But you will sit back, let others take the lead, let others have the floor, let others do their thing. You're not afraid of that. You're okay with others taking the forefront. Why? You're not insecure in yourself. You know and understand that there's enough room for everyone to live and everyone to build. Courageous you are. You're so courageous that you're okay proudly stepping back to let someone else go forward. You're okay within you. That doesn't bother you not one bit. You don't feel like anyone's getting any more attention than you are. You're a courageous peony. You've done your star bathing. You're illuminated. You understand these things because you are illuminated. Simply put, you have no room to wish others bad. You're grounded in yourself. You love yourself. When you love yourself, you don't wish these type of things on people. You love yourself enough wholly to understand there's enough space for others. Ecstasy falls under illumination. Light body crystal grid transmission activation time. Someone is illuminated to it all. And it's ecstasy for you. Someone has stepped into an illumination with you. They're illuminated to you all. of stepping into you. Yeah, there you go. They're in ecstasy, illuminated with you and your being. They're totally floored with you. From the top to the bottom, that gown goes to the floor. They're at awe with you. Ecstasy. And trust that. They're at awe with who you are. They're at awe with your being. They're just floored with you. And they're learning from you. They're in harmony. You bring them harmony. Trust. They're learning. They understand that you're a sensor, and so are they. They're a sensor. They understand truly who you are. You understand truly who they are. You are a light being. You are lit up. Totally. In more than one way. There you go. You're lit. You're star bathing. And while you're doing that, you're being illuminated. And someone else is illuminated right along with you. Trust is there. Trust is building. Someone is sensing. Someone understands that. Someone trusts you. Anything else I need to see? Anything else I need to see? Yeah, they have an understanding of who you are.